Yeah, back at you with another problem that crossed my mind. Like just now, like right in this moment, I was thinking, self-reflecting. I feel like a problem with me personally, and you might possibly have this problem or be facing this problem or have faced this problem, is trust. It's hard to trust in the day and age that we live in now. And speaking on me, a lot of things have backfired in my life, and it makes me untrusting, not just of situations or of circumstances when dealing with people, but people themselves, and that goes to being able to place faith in not only that moment but the person that you're dealing with in that moment. Trust and faith are tied at the hip in my mind. If you trust something, you have faith in that thing or someone. If you trust someone, you have faith in that someone. For me, I would be the first to say to anybody that I'm speaking to, conversing with, negotiating with, chopping it up with, that I have trust issues. And, that's not like pouring out my soul and all my personal bio, my life story or nothing like that, but just in the midst of conversation, sharing, you know, in the course of conversations, you divulge and you expound on thoughts or statements that you make. And there have been times where I have expounded and let it be known that I have trust issues. It takes a lot for me to trust, again, not just people, not just circumstances or a situation, but people, you know? The reason it's a problem is because for me, lack of trust has probably contributed to my inability to raise quicker out of certain circumstances, situations, whatever you say, whatever word you want to put to it. It takes a longer time to progress when you're doing everything solo and by yourself. I'm a people person. Very true. I would classify myself at times as a people person because I do value the opinions and um, views of people, as it pertains to me. I want people to see me in a good light. I want people to, you know, like me, to be honest. The catch-22 is when speaking to someone, I might like you. You know what I'm saying? I might like talking to you, chopping it up with you, all that, spending time, but that doesn't necessarily mean I trust you. And I go so out of my way to show that I'm a trustworthy person. And a lot of people will say if you're unable to trust or if you have trust issues, that means you are guilty for what you might be doing, what you might do. You're a non-trustworthy person yourself. And I would disagree with that because everybody's different. Everybody's tolerance level is different. Everybody's perspective is different. Everybody's experiences are different. So what makes one person a trustworthy person or worthy of trust might not apply to the next person. And the things that I've seen throughout my life, I could be solid, but that doesn't mean the person that I'm rocking with or dealing with is not good is going to be solid. They might be a shaky person themselves. Now, this is not me saying that I'm perfect. I do no wrong. I'm a human being. I'm a man. You get what I'm saying? And me saying I'm a man is not to excuse anything that I might do as a man. But we all make mistakes. We all fall short at times. But my character remains solid. Who I am, no matter what I do and don't have, remains solid. And a lot of people rock with you depending on what you have. People choose situations, which makes it hard for me to trust people. You see what I'm saying? It makes me look at you sideways when if I hit a low point, which we all do in life, and now you treating me different, talking to me different, looking at me different, but then say I come up, you know what I'm saying, while still rocking with you, or come up while still knowing you, while still chopping it up with you, now you treating me like I'm somebody because of what I've acquired. You get what I'm saying? How can a person trust somebody that only rocks with you or rocks with that person if they have something? You get what I'm saying? I feel like that's why a lot of people have trust issues, possibly, and why it's a problem. Why trust is a major issue in these times because everything is possession based. Everything is based on what you have. You know? Now, productivity is important. That is very important. But there's different ways to produce favorable outcomes, not just monetarily or materialistically. I guess that's easy for anybody to say, especially when you don't have as much as you feel like you should have. I feel as though I can always have more, no matter what I do have at the moment. I always feel like I can have more. I always feel like I should be getting more, whatever, whatever, whatever. But I say that to say, people aren't really solid these days when it comes to um, merit-based interactions. People don't care so much about your character, um, what makes you a stand-up human being. They want to see what kind of car you got. You get what I'm saying? What kind of shoes you got on? Do you have any rings? Oh, you smell good. What fragrance is that? How much was it? You get what I'm saying? It's like, it makes it hard to trust people. Now, some people might feel like trust is no thing. Some people might feel like, what's trust got to do with it? Just like how they say, what's love got to do with it? It's a secondhand emotion, whatever you might say. To me, trust is important because, as I've been told, and which I already knew, but hearing it being said to me confirmed it, what I already knew. No matter how much I want to do it on my own, get it on my own, you get what I mean, stand on my own. You feel what I'm saying? It does take people to succeed. It does take people to elevate. It does take people to progress, to succeed. It does take people to do that. It's going to be a harder road to see success if you do it by yourself. So that's why trust is important. You got to at least trust the people involved in your program process, whatever. You get what I'm saying? You got to have people involved to raise up. And again, another catch-22, me as a person, I'm a collective-minded person. I believe in, collectivization, if you will. You get what I'm saying? I'm not naturally an individualistic person, but recently I've become an individualistic person because people have just shown me, they're not to be trusted. Now, that being said, the problem, trust issues, trust. The solution is understanding that, one, we're all human beings. No person is perfect. Just like I shared with you, which is true. I'm a human being too. I'm not perfect. I do make mistakes. So I have to expect that other people make mistakes. And then another solution to a person with trust issues, I would say, understand that you can bounce back from any setback. And what that means is, if somebody does cross you, if you do decide to place your trust or faith in someone or a situation and it burns you, you get what I'm saying? If it doesn't kill you, there's an opportunity to spring back from that. It may hurt, but in your pain, there should be a lesson. You get what I'm saying? You should have learned something from placing your trust in the wrong person, situation, what have you. You get what I'm saying? So that's another solution. You can bounce back if you survive. And then another solution, number 3, I would say that choose wisely. If you do decide to place trust in someone or a situation, choose wisely the person or situation you're placing trust in. And you have to trust your observations and your intuition. If it doesn't feel right, don't place it there. You get what I'm saying? If it feels, cool, if it feels like, man, okay, I won't be burned too bad if I'm reading wrong right now. This is a cool vibe. Try it. We only have one life to live, and what do you have to lose by taking a setback? You get what I'm saying? Especially if you seek to grow, progress, and raise from your current position, it's going to take more people involved in your program and process to raise up. That's just what it is, and you can bounce back, Don't just be out here trusting everybody, though, because then you'll be a victim, and nobody wants to live as a victim. Nobody wants to be a perpetual, lick or a mark or a target. You feel me? So don't be naive with the trust, but have the courage to trust. you know? And that'll be another solution. Number 4, I guess, have the courage to trust, have the courage to place faith in a situation or a person, especially if you're getting good vibes off the first impression. People are deceitful these days, which goes back to a problem that makes trusting hard to do. But again, no human is perfect. Um, some people are intentional with their deceit. Of course, if you recognize those tendencies, do not trust that person under any circumstances. But if people are making mistakes because of lack of understanding, um, that happens with human beings. And this is really me again telling myself this. I have a hard time trusting. But with the solutions I laid out, when I apply them, more times than not, even if it is a setback, I've learned valuable lessons from trusting a circumstance, situation, or a person or people I'm involved with. Excuse me. So, yeah, problem, solution. If it's not a problem for you, kudos to you. If it is, hopefully the solutions, when applied, help you out in your life and your day to day. And yeah, yes indeed, that's another one.